sole aim of updating the good people of Osun, both at home here in Osun and in the diaspora, Nigerians and even the international community, on the clandestine move by the opposition People's Democratic Party to kill, maim and harass leading figures of the Osun government and the All Progressive Congress APC using political talks, and then turn around to accuse the APC, its government and sympathizers as the brain behind the wicked act. You will recall, gentlemen of the press, that on Friday, May 16, 2022, the candidate of the party, Senator Jackson Ademola Adeleke, at a rally in Osogbo publicly proclaimed, among other things, that he had arrived with pounds, sterlings, dollars, and a lot of money in other hard currencies to bribe the good people of Osun in the days leading to the election and on the election day. He went further to say that this time around, he will unleash violence and terror on the state. He said that this time around, it is fire for fire, quoting him as he said it. We promptly reacted by cautioning him and letting him know that Osun people are not commodities waiting to be purchased off the shelf of any supermarket. These exchanges are well documented by both conventional and digital media. We are taught it would heed our advice to play by the rule and call off the demons intended to unleash on our people. But alas, a leopard will never change his spots. Destruction of our campaign billboards. Rather than heed our call, what followed the fire for fire declaration by Jackson Ademola Adeleke was large-scale destruction of our campaign billboards and those of our candidates across the states, especially in the state capital. We have both the video and pictorial documentation of the large-scale destruction carried out by the PDP and its agents, which was present to gentlemen of the press at this press conference. The next question you may want to ask is, how did you know they were behind it? These are our facts. Violence at the PDP secretariat in Osogbo. In the early hours of June 9, 2022, we got an intelligence that a certain known political thug in the state by name Olamilekan Oyeyemi Ajagungbade, otherwise known as Emir, had been contracted by the PDP to carry out the destruction as part of the conditions to sign him on for further destructive operations in the state ahead of the elections. And by the next day, the destruction began. By Sunday, June 12, 2022, Emir moved to the PDP secretariat to dislodge another set of hoodlums that had been working for the PDP before his arrival. This led to a shootout between the two groups as guns, machetes, and other dangerous weapons were freely used. Again, we have video documentary evidence of what transpired. In the end, several other passers-by, including surviving investigative journalists who were in Osun for an assignment, fell victim of the dastardly attack. Attempt on the life of the 5th commander of Amotekun Corps. Following the violent clash between the two groups at the PDP's office, the group that was dislodged regrouped and launched a counter-attack. Amotekun's involvement was only to prevent breakdown of law and order and to ensure innocent Nigerians, that innocent Nigerians did not suffer the avoidable violence PDP was unleashing on the state. This was most imperative considering that some of these hoodlums had invaded the church on Sunday, June 12, 2022, where they attacked innocent worshippers before Amotekun moved in to stop it from escalating. The PDP's motive is to impute fears in the minds of the people of the state to prevent them from coming out to vote on July 16. But I dare say, like all their antics, these two has failed and will definitely fail. By Tuesday, June 14, gentlemen of the press, the bitter war between these two groups of hoodlums, honed, nurtured, and sponsored by the PDP continued. But the police and Amotekun prevented it from spreading beyond them, just as it quelled the violence. However, the 5th commander of Amotekun was targeted for elimination by Emir as he led his men to attack the personal home of the Amotekun chief, including carrying out a coordinated attack on some of their offices across the state. We learned further that the money paid to Emir to destroy our billboards contributed to fueling the rivalry between the two groups. From what we gathered, the sum of 7 million given to Emir by the Adeleke dynasty and his gang to finalize the various billboards of Governor Oyetola in different parts of the state was the cause of the Tuesday's violent attack. Emir, as we all know, is new in the PDP and thugs who have been with the party for long were unhappy that a new person who just joined the party was given the contract at their own expense. This was the genesis of the ongoing violence among the factions of political talks in the PDP. It is therefore not true that the Amotekun and the police aided APC talks in attacking members of the PDP. No, that certainly is false. The security outfit only performed their own official duty by intervening in the crisis among the talks in the PDP to effect law and order. Therefore, the attempt by the PDP to blackmail the police and Amotekun cannot stand, and we urge the public to disregard the lies, propaganda peddled by the sinking party in their press release recently. For the funders of doubt, our candidate, Alhaji Oyetola, does not believe in violence, and you, journalists seated here this evening, can attest to that fact. The Osun APC remains law-abiding, responsible, peace-loving, and we will still never resort to violence or engage in any act capable of disrupting the peace of the state, more so when it is obvious that the overwhelming majority of the people of Osun are with us and they are daring to re-elect their governor, Governor Oyetola, for a second term in office. Unlike the rudderless People's Democratic Party, we have been preaching peace and conducting ourselves peacefully since the campaign began, and this is what we shall continue to do till the day of the election and beyond. We shall remain law-abiding, responsible, and will never resort to violence or engage in any act capable of disrupting the peace of the state. Our candidate, Alhaji Oyetola, has proved in the last 3.5 years that he has capacity to lead Osun. We shall campaign on what we have done, and they speak for themselves. Our candidates remain the candidate to beat come July 16, 2022 by the grace of Almighty Allah. However, the PDP in Osun are reputed for thuggery and brigandage and have always exhibited violent tendencies even among themselves. They must be cautioned because security and welfare of the people is the primary purpose of governance. I thank you for listening. God bless you all.